Hi, I'm Daniela Walker. I'm the Insight Editor here at the Future Laboratory, and today is our final Futures Forum of the year, our Food and Drink Futures Forum. So I just wanted to take you through some of the insights that we've been talking about today, specifically 5 trends that we think are going to be really important in 2018. So to begin with, the first one is anti-intuitive cooking. So we know that we're now a world of foodies. We all love to eat, but do we really love to cook? Many of us don't have the time. So this trend really is looking at the new product innovations and technologies that are really taking the intuition out of cooking. The second trend that we're looking at is upstream eating, and this is one that we're really seeing begin to bubble to the surface, and it's going to be really huge in 2018. So this is the idea that we are facing a global obesity crisis. How are we going to stop it? It can't just be through a drug regime. So we're looking at how you can really move upstream. So looking at in the home where your health really begins, and so thinking of food as preventative medicine. The third trend that we're looking at is activism dining. So they always say that the 2 things you're not supposed to talk about at the dinner table are religion and politics. But if there's any other time that we're going to be talking about politics at the dinner table, it is 2018 for sure. So what we really think is going to happen is we're going to see a lot more kind of cultural activations happening, a lot more restaurants really taking on the responsibility of using food as a place to bring people together and also to promote civic action. And when we begin to think about kind of alcohol trends, one of the ones we think is going to be really important is terroir spirits. So we know about terroir in wine, we know why it's important in wine, but we don't really talk about it in spirits. We think that a lot more brands are going to be looking at terroir to give their spirits a sense of place. And there are certain places where there are regions that produce alcohol, so we know that Scotch is made in Scotland, but now we're going to be investigating why is that Scotch different from that Scotch? Why is it that one that's created on an island off of the coast of Scotland really has that minerality to it, so really understanding more depth of information around the spirits using terroir. And the last drinks trend we're looking at is really more of an interiors trend, so looking at no bar bars, this idea that the physical bar is no longer going to be there. So seeing a lot more kind of central tables, the back bar with all those beautiful bottles is disappearing. It's kind of breaking down the barriers between bartender and customer and kind of creating new conversations. And what's a bar going to look like when the bottle's not at the center of the conversation anymore? And lastly, one of the things that we did this year was a special feature looking at educated eating. And this is kind of a macro trend within the food and drink industry that's going to be massive in 2018. So it's going to be about sustainability and transparency are going to be huge imperatives for brands within the food and drink world in the next year and beyond. So if you didn't get to come to our event today, sadly you were missed, I'm sure, but also you can book an in-house presentation. So this is where one of our TFL experts will come into your business or at your event, and they'll take you through all the food and drink trends that we think are going to be important for 2018.